a lot of people ask me, Daniel, how do I reach my full potential? Daniel, how do I reach my purpose? How do I know exactly where it is that I'm supposed to go and what it is I'm supposed to do? And today, I just want to make it clear to you guys that you have everything you need in order to succeed. And so a lot of people hold themselves back. They prohibit themselves from great success. They believe the lies that other people tell them. And I'm telling you guys that you have everything that is right within your reach. I don't care if you live in a poor country. I don't care if you have negative parents. I don't care if you are going to school and you feel like you don't have time. Guys, what really matters is that you are prepared. You're not scared. You have everything right there for you, and the ability to believe in yourself more than anyone else can. I mean, a lot of times people don't even tell themselves how much they can believe in themselves. But you know what I say, if you believe in yourself, everybody else in the world is gonna believe in you. And so you can't fall into the thought mindset of not having what it takes. You can't say, oh, I don't have experience, I don't have time, I don't have energy, I don't have money. Because the fact is that you have what it takes. You have to know that you have what it takes, but you cannot limit yourself. You cannot say to yourself, oh, I just can't do it because of this situation or that situation, and this circumstance is the reason why you can't get to that next level, because quite frankly, that's just not true. You have everything within you. You have everything, and you have to believe. You have to be like a locomotive. You have to have the steam, the energy, the power, the know-how, the willpower to drive through any obstacle, any excuse that you might ever have, and have the faith to just pummel through that brick wall. Because look, my friends, you have to build your own empire. You have to build your own dreams. You have to believe in your own self. And a lot of people might try to take that away from you. You see, if you live in the spiritual world like I do, and trust me, you do, you're gonna see that there's different things that might try to stop you from becoming who you are. And on the same side of things, there's different things that might help you to become more of who you are. And so you have to align yourself with those things that allow you to become exactly what you were made to be. And there's so many things. There's so many things that stop people, like school sometimes, like work, like church, like family, like money, like anything, right? But then also those things can help you to get started. School can help you get started. Work can help you. Your family can help you. Your money can help you. Your circumstances can help you. But it's how you see it. It's your mentality that will show you how to get to the reality of your dreams. And so remember, if you can see it, you can be it. If you can view it, you can do it. If you know that you know that you know that something is out there and it's for you, it's waiting for you. Look, it could be your real estate license. It could be you becoming a teacher, or whatever it is. You have to decide what it is that you actually want to do. Because remember, if you have desire, then you have to acquire. You have to know, hey, look, the resources out there. You want to be a photographer? Find the camera that you need. There's free YouTube videos that will show you exactly what kind of camera, what kind of lighting, what kind of setup you need. If you want to be a filmmaker and you want to shoot videos out there, guys, there's going to be all kinds of resources for free. You can go to Amazon.com. You can read the reviews. You can find out exactly what you need. There's multimillionaires out there. They're going to show you how to actually become a millionaire. And I want you to have that mindset. I want you to have that ability. I want you to do exactly what it is that you know you have to do. And stop believing the lies that other people tell you. Stop believing that you can't do it. Stop believing that you need a bachelor's or a master's or a PhD in order to get started, or that you need some big website, or you need some kind of protein shake or some kind of creatine or some kind of supplement that you don't have to build your body. Guys, everything is right there. When you wake up in the morning, say to yourself that you got what it takes. Say to yourself, I'm going to conquer this world. I'm going to do what it takes. I'm going to make it happen. I'm never going to quit. I'm always going to believe. And if you continue to push with force and you stop putting this wall in front of you and saying that you can't, then my friends, you're going to break through. Look, 2019, we don't have time to play any games. We don't have time to wait for other people to get their act together. You have to be on point. You have to make decisions. You have to change your circumstances. You have what it takes to take it to the next level. And you have to make that decision right now, today. I don't care what time it is for you right now. I don't care if it's 12 o'clock in the morning, midnight. I don't care if it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon. You might be in Australia. I don't care what country, what place, what location, what kind of situation you might be facing right now. Look, none of that matters. What matters is what you do with that situation, what you learn from that situation, who you become from that situation. And if you make that change, if you understand who you're becoming in that process, then I'm promising you, everything will change for you. So if you want to start a business, if you want to make money, if you want to do big things, then you have to continue to understand exactly what position you're in right now and how you need to get to that next level. Some people are telling me, Daniel, in 2019, I really want to become a millionaire. But let me ask you this. How much have you made in 2018? If you haven't made $1, zero money, then you got to make 10,000. You make 10,000, then you might make 100,000. You might make 100,000, but then you got to make $1 million. But before you get to $1 million, you might need to make 300,000. And so you don't have to rush to $1 million. You don't have to rush to get to that 7-figure mark or that 8-figure mark. I know a lot of people say, oh, if you're not a millionaire, you're not successful. Look, you could have $999,000, or you could have $99 and get started with my webinar that's coming up on January 21st at 7 p.m. Eastern, and start your dreams right away. Look, guys, I'm telling you, I've done it. I can help you do it too. You have what it takes. You have the ability, but you have to continue to work on yourself harder than you do on anything else. You can't let anything else prohibit you from becoming the greatest version of who you are meant to be. You can't say, oh, I can't go out to that interview on Friday because I don't have a suit. You can't say, oh, I can't go out to this place and date that girl because I don't have cologne. The limitations that you put on yourself, if you limit yourself, everybody else is going to limit you. So stop conforming and start performing. Start believing. Remember, if you believe in yourself, everybody else in the world is going to believe in you. If you feel like you're out of shape and you're walking up the stairs like I was several years ago and you're out of breath and you know you need to hit cardio, you know you need to jump on a treadmill, you know you need to start shooting hoops or swimming or biking or getting on the treadmill, whatever it is, then go ahead and do it. Simple. What's stopping you? You say you want to lose weight, but you're throwing out all these chicken wings, you're throwing out all this pizza, you're throwing out all this canned food, all this fatty stuff, and you're telling people, oh, you know, it would be so cool if I could just get on a diet. Then try it. You don't need a diet. You just need to eat less food. Maybe you need to eat better food. You're trying to eat burgers, right? Double quarter pounder with cheese and bacon and all this stuff. Why don't you just slice up a little zucchini, throw it in the grill with some salt and pepper and some oil and eat it? There's people in America that tell me, oh, I can't afford it. I can't afford it. I can't afford to eat healthy. It costs too much. You can buy a can of beans, 80 cents. $1, $2 at the most. If you want it to be tasty, you can spend $3. It's right there. There's no excuse. People tell me, oh, I can't work out. I can't work out. Get down on the floor right now and do push-ups. If you can't do push-ups, do something that you can actually do. Run in place, right? Flex your muscles. Do something that will make a difference today. Some of you guys could run. Maybe you want to run 5 miles and you're like, oh, I can't run 5 miles. Start with 2 miles. Start with 3 miles. Start with 1 mile. Start with half a mile. And then go from there. You say you want a 6-pack abs, but you're just sitting there, eating all this fatty food, drinking alcohol, hanging out with your friends on the weekends. Go ahead and make a change. Stop hanging out with those friends. When they call, say to them, look, I have goals. If you're waking up without goals, then go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. Don't waste your time. Don't say, oh, I need 10, 12 hours of sleep. Wake up, get the job done. Do what it takes. You say, oh, I want to go out and meet big people, but you don't have an outfit. I used to go to a Salvation Army. I used to go to this place called Community Aid, and I used to get $10 suits. In fact, I used to go in the days when it was 50% off, and I would try to get it for $5. I would wear other people's suits, basically. And, you know, they pass it on. And I didn't have that much money. I was in my early 20s, and I said, you know what? I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to pay the price. I'm going to do what's right. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to shake some hands. And I remember going out there so confidently. I had thick bifocals. I had cheap watch on. I was so hungry, though. I just did whatever it took. They weren't judging me. They weren't like, oh, he's wearing a $5 suit. He's wearing a pass-me-down. It was none of that. What it's really about is what's in your heart. But you got to check your heart before you start. You can't worry about the small things anymore. You can't say, oh, well, I only have a Toyota. I only have a Honda. I can't show up there because the car's old. I can't make it because, I barely have enough gas. Get the gas. I can't start. I only have $5,000 of credit. Use that $5,000 of credit. You have what it takes. You have everything you need in order to succeed. But the world doesn't want excuses. It wants execution. Look, even if you have $5, you can buy a nice book. You can buy something. You can study YouTube. Guys, I put out almost 400 YouTube videos out there, free. Cost me thousands of dollars to do it, but I do it for you. I don't collect ad money. I don't collect money from people that are just coming out there and paying me out the woodwork. I don't do it for that. I do it for you. I do it in the mindset. For me, it's like, if I was starting out and I needed a teacher that was just like me, I would teach exactly what Daniel Aldie's teaching right now. I would take notes just exactly on what Daniel Aldie's teaching. That's how I think. I believe that if you water other people, you water yourself. If you give to other people, you get back. Some people call it karma. Some people call it the law of attraction. But the way you get exactly what you want, the way you go to where you want to be and become the person you need to be for yourself, for your family, for your loved ones, for everyone you want to serve, then it takes a whole different amount of dedication. But you got to be committed. You have to be willing and serious to pay the price, because you either pay now or play later, or you play around now and you pay the price later. But if you pay the price later, the price is exorbitant. The price will cost you so much. I've seen people in their 70s and their 80s, and they're like, man, I wish I coulda, woulda, shoulda. One of the best advice I ever heard. Somebody said, shoulda, woulda, coulda, don't even say it. Don't even bother shoulda, woulda, couldas. Don't even wonder about the things you coulda did, the things you woulda did, the things that you shoulda did back then when you were in your 20s and your 30s and your 40s. The key is that you can do it now. And I'm not saying, look, if you're older and you feel like it's too late. Some people ask me, Daniel, is it too late? No, it's not too late. There's people that have done it in late years. It only takes 5 years at the most to create astronomical success. You don't have to wait a long time. It doesn't take 20 years to create the life that you really want. Honestly, it takes 2 or 3 years. 5 years at the most if you're slow. But you have to understand exactly what you want. And you have to do exactly what it takes. For me personally, it took me like 18 months, 2 years, 3 years. By year 3, I was able to get whatever I wanted. I was able to order off any menu. I was able to shop at any store. I was able to go to any place, do anything I wanted, because I knew exactly who it was I was going to become. Some of you guys can't believe it. But the thing is that if you can't believe, then you can't achieve, right? There's people on there, they're going to hate on you, man. They're going to tell you that you're not who you are. They're going to say, oh, man, you're not the best. You're the third best. If you already know you're the best, you don't have to worry about anyone telling you that you're the third best, or you're the fifth best, or that you're last place. Teachers told me that all my life. They said, Daniel, you're a D student. Daniel, you shouldn't go to college. Daniel, you probably won't be good in business. And I heard it all, man. I heard it all. I heard people telling me all my life, you can't do it. They said, if you try that, it might fail. If you do this, it won't work. They say play it safe. Aim for 6 figures by the time you're 30. I made 6 figures in my early 20s. Why would I wait until my 30s to make 6 figures? I could talk about 7 figures, but some of you guys, I understand you might live in countries, you might live in places, you might not even feel like you're even close to making 6 figures. But you can. I see people online, on YouTube, they're showing off their jets, they're showing off their mansions. I can give you guys a tour. I can show you all the rooms in my house right now. But I'm not about that. I can show you the diamonds on my ring, but I'm not about that. I can show you all the places I go. I can show you all the things I do, all the people I talk to, all the money that I make. Overnight, while I work, it's easy. But you see, the thing is that it's not about me. It's about God. It's about what you really want to do. It's about who you're becoming. I'm not about making me look better. I'm about making you look better. My goal for you is for you to be on the stage. It's for you to make your money. It's for you to be your success. For you to be happy with your family. For you to be happy with yourself. For you to reach your fitness goals. For you to feel like you're actually becoming the person that you are going to be. I want to see your investments. I want to see your speeches. I want to see you write your books. I want to see you dress up. I want to see you take photos. I want to see you go out there, promote yourself. and become exactly who God made you to be. But you cannot waste time wasting time. You cannot worry about what the naysayers are saying. You can't be afraid of what the little man is talking about. Remember, if you want to change your reality, you got to change your mentality. You got to change the way you think about yourself, about others, about the world in which you live. Look, I could easily say, oh, look, the negative comments. I can't handle it. You know what it's like to run a YouTube channel? Some people are like, yo, I got almost 150,000 subscribers. It's going to be more than that soon. But some people are like, man, that's easy. How's that easy? If you see the amount of things that people say to me, good things, hey, I'll give you credit for good things. But the bad things, people are trying to discredit the efforts that I put in, all the work that I did. Look, I'm not going to let that stop me. I know who I am. I know exactly what I did to become the person I am today. Some of you guys you weren't there when I was reading books late at night. You weren't there when I was having long conversations with my wife. You weren't there when I was making affirmations, reciting my vocabulary words. You weren't there when I was writing in my journals all the time, every day, recording everything with discipline. You weren't there when I was focusing, hitting my last rep at the gym. You know? And then you want to be a hater in your little panties, right? You want to hold your little boxers, and you want to sit down in your chair sweating, telling me how I'm not getting exactly what I know I'm getting. You don't know anything about me. You don't know who I am. You don't know where I go. You don't know what I do. You don't know where I'm from. You have to be who you want to be. Haters are always going to tell you what you aren't doing, but you can't worry about them. You can't worry about their small thoughts. You see, the bigger you are, the smaller your problem seems. But the smaller you are, the bigger your problem seems. It's that simple. I used to be around small people all the time. I remember being around certain family members, certain friends, certain coworkers, and I would sit there for hours trying to take in their advice. I remember I would think to myself, well, they're in their 40s, they're in their 50s, they're in their 60s. Why can't they give me more advice than they actually are? Why can't they tell me some of the pitfalls ahead? Why can't they tell me how to make money? Why can't they tell me how to become a great person? Why can't they tell me what they actually know about God? And the real answer is because they actually didn't know. They weren't prepared because they were so scared. And so many people are living by fear. They're living in their doubts. The people that tell you you can't do it are the people that aren't doing it. Somebody write that to me. The people that are telling you that you can't do it are the people that aren't doing it. They're not the people who are actually making it happen. I said they're the people sitting in their boxers. They're the people commenting on YouTube, criticizing, agonizing, worrying, talking about things that they know nothing about. Every single person that gets crowned a champion, they'll always be talked about. Every single person that goes up on the stage, even if they're in front of 10,000 people, somebody's going to hate them. You could be the richest man in the world. Somebody's going to be talking about you. You can't worry about what they think. You got to worry about what you think, what your family thinks. Look, if you're paying a price and it costs too much for your family, then you don't want to pay that. That's not paying the price. You don't want anything to do with anything that has nothing to do with your success. But what you do want is to focus on what it is that you're going after. You want family, you want wealth, you want faith. The most important thing is faith. Believe in God because God believes in you. There is inexpressible joy in following Jesus Christ. If you knew how important it was to follow God with all your heart, to actually believe and see what the great master teacher has ever done, then, my friends, you would completely change. If you understood how rich your God actually was, and how far you can actually go if you believe wholeheartedly in what he can do for you, then forget the haters. I mean, even forget the money. Like, money is important, for sure. But if you knew how important God was in your life. Look, Jesus was there. Jesus is walking on the beach, and he sees these broke fishermen. And these broke fishermen, they're looking for food. They're looking for fish. And Jesus said, cast your net over there. They couldn't find anything the whole night. Jesus said, cast your net over there. And the moment these men did it was the moment they pulled up so many fish, hundreds of them, that their nets actually began to tear. And they couldn't believe it. They said, Jesus, you are too good to have around. We can't even afford to have your presence here. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine that. The Lord is so powerful, but so many of you guys discount how powerful God actually is. God has the answers to everything you have, everything you need. He's right there by your side. He knows your heart. He knows your mind. He knows what you're thinking. He knows what you've been through. Some of you guys, you've been molested. Some of you guys been raped. Some of you guys been robbed. You've been cheated. You've been scammed. You've been confused. You've been afraid. You've been on drugs. There's been so many situations. You've been incarcerated. You lost your job maybe. You've dealt with situations and circumstances. I understand. But you have to know that the answers are right within you. Answers are right there in your heart. But you have to do your part. You have to be aware of where you're going. So guys, look, I hope this has helped you. I hope that you are able to take this to the next level. I've talked to all kinds of people. I've talked to multi-billionaires. I've talked to homeless people. I've talked to tall people, short people, fat people, skinny people, gay people, straight people. I've talked to all kinds of people. People who are prostitutes. Lady was like, hey, had sex with 1,000 guys last year. 1,000 people. She actually went with 1,000 people in 2018. And she said, I have to change my life. And I was like, I'm so happy you reached out to me. I'm so happy you're willing to make a change. There's some people that they can't even do it. Some people are sitting under a couch. They can't even put that last Cheeto down. They got to eat like 15, 20 more. They got to eat another bag. They can't stop themselves. Another guy wrote me the other day. He's like, he can't stop watching pornography. Another person told me they can't stop spending money. Look, guys, you can make any change you want in your life. Somebody say, share the testimony. Guys, look, you want to hear my story? You want to hear my real story? If you want to hear my real story, I need amens. I was in my Volkswagen Beetle, a little black car. I remember sitting in front of a friend's house. No money. All I wanted from my friend was cigarettes at the time. All I wanted to do was get high. Finally, I said a prayer. I said, God, save me from my life. I don't know exactly. I don't know what I'm doing, but I know you have a plan. I still went inside his house. I still smoked a couple cigarettes, felt bad. And then one time, we're about to rap a song. We like to rap, we like to hip hop, we like our beats and things like that. And he did his little rap, and I heard how bad this man actually was. Like, he was speaking some negative stuff. And I said to myself, God, I don't want anything to do with this. God was already showing me the consciousness that I had, that I was gaining at the time. Some people ask me, how are you so smart? It's all because of God. And I remember feeling myself and thinking like, yo, this is not where I want to be. I remember he had this canine dog, this German Shepherd, and I was sitting there, and as we were smoking cigarettes, he was about to get started with his weed, and right before he passed me his weed, he told me, Daniel, I don't know, but this doesn't feel right. I was like, I know. And all of a sudden, this dog came up, comforted me in my hands. I was like, it was insane. It was crazy. I never seen anything like this in my life. First time I received the Holy Spirit. Some of you guys know what the Holy Spirit is. If you don't, you got to read the Bible. And I was reading the Bible at the time. It was my first week reading the Bible in my life. And that day I told him, I was like, man, I got to go. And I was like, yo, I got to leave. I went home that day. I slept. I slept for like 12 hours. Next day I woke up, checked my pockets, had no cigarettes. Checked my phone. The friends that usually called me, texted me, they weren't there. I put on the radio. I heard this pastor changed my life, told me about how important it was to be a man, how important it was to take responsibility, how important it was to become the person that you know you're supposed to be. I remember going to school. I was a college student at the time. I was 21 years old. And I remember that day I felt so invincible. I didn't need another cigarette. I didn't need anything related to anything that was negative. No weed, no alcohol, no cursing, no lying, no cheating, no stealing, nothing that was stopping me from my success. And I never turned back. 21 years old. And from that day on, I consider that the day I became rich. That's the real truth. But I didn't start making money until I was like 22. Like, seriously. But that was the day, 21 years old. That's when I became rich. And then God showed me how to use my money, how to use my $10 to become 100, how to use 100 to become 1,000, 1,000 to become 10,000, 10,000 for 100,000, 100,000 to a million, and so forth. And so I'm sharing this story because a lot of you guys haven't heard this side of it, but Mark 9:23 was the one that changed my life. Mark 9:23 in the Bible says, if thou canst believe, if you can believe that all things are possible, then God will make it happen. If thou canst believe, all things are possible to him that believeth. And that's why I'm here in front of you today. Some of you guys, would not even hear of me. I would have been dead. I would have been in jail. I would have been working a part-time job. But it's all because of the glory of God. Your teachers are not going to tell you this. You know? Nobody, if you listen to other teachers, man, I could drop names. I could tell you about how many lies these teachers are telling me. They're telling you. They're just so confused. They're so lost. Some of them even have great money, but they curse, they lie, they cheat, they steal. They're so negative. They're confused about who they are and where they're going. I'm not even going to get started. What I'm going to tell you is this. Daniel Aldie is your teacher. Be committed, not only to me, but to yourself. Be committed to your success. Be committed to who you're going to become. And join my webinar on January 21st, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Guys, it's going to be a complete life changer. January 21st, 7 p.m. Eastern. Join me. Reach out to me at info@danielaldie.com. I'm going to show you how to sign up. If you cannot make it at that time, still sign up because we're going to have a recording. And I want you guys to take your life seriously. We talked about haters. We talked about the false teachers. We talked about what it's like to overcome the odds and getting over your biggest fears, your biggest doubts, your biggest concerns, and believing in yourself. This talk is going to be about the millionaire mentality. I'm going to share with you what it is like to actually become a millionaire and what you have to do to get there. And you can't be afraid. There's no excuses. If you need the money, borrow the money. If you got to sell your PlayStation 4, go sell your PlayStation. Go sell your Xbox. Go sell your fish tank, your couch. Whatever it is, your baby's crib if they've grown past it. Whatever you gotta do, pay the price. Guys, reach out to me. Again, this is Daniel Aldie. I'm done. I gotta go. It's late, almost midnight actually. But I appreciate all you guys. Oh, get my books too. 3 for $100. It's on my website, danielaldie.com. And thanks for reminding me, guys. I appreciate everything that you guys do, everyone who you are. I wish I could meet all of you. I wish we could shake hands, give hugs. Guys, this has been a great opportunity. I want to help you to become a greater version of yourself. I want you to reach your highest goals. I want you to be the person that you always wanted to be. Guys, this is Daniel Aldie, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the webinar, January 21st, 7 p.m. Eastern. Reach out at info@danielaldie.com to sign up. We've got so much more, and you'll hear more about it. But guys, I'm out.